Are you ready? Drum roll, little drum roll. The name of my business, it's an online tutoring business and it is called Okay, I don't normally film videos, like sit down videos at this time of day. It's currently like 7:30 and I'm like, Holly, this is very new for you. I mean, like, look at this grass, this green grass, it's like glowing and I'm like, wow, she glows, like, look at that. But, you know, I have some exciting news and I just can't not share it. So I'm like, we're gonna film the video at 7:30 today. Also, this hair is just really annoying me. All right, anyways. Oh my gosh, this video is where I get to share everything I've been doing since July in preparation to launch my new like business. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm finally saying it, but it will be now live on my website as you're watching this. All the links will be down below. I'm here to sit down and explain everything, talk you through it, how it's been done. So before I get too carried away, like I'm already carried away, but if you have followed my videos throughout like my gap year since I kind of graduated last year and especially lockdown, then you will probably be familiar with the fact that I've been doing online tutoring, and excitingly I have decided to basically expand or like create a dedicated online tutoring business with more subjects beyond biology, with more people. It's a thing now and I'm just like, wow, it has a name. Where should we start with this? I don't even know. This has basically been in the pipeline since July and it's now apparently October 2020. It's been in the pipeline for a long time and it's taken me a while, I know, but I wanted it all to be done properly and professionally. I was not in any rush. So yeah, I think we're gonna start with the name because I've been going on about how this name has been, it's taken me a while.
Sorry, I don't know that.
Yeah, you don't know the name, Alexa, because I haven't told you yet. Like, what is wrong with this thing? Alexa, do you know the name of my tutoring business?
Here's something I found on the web. According to thebalance.com.
Alexa, stop.
Murray.
We're going to talk about the name. I'm going to talk about the behind the scenes. I'm going to talk about what we're actually providing as a business, like a tutoring business, so the services, and yeah, we'll see where we go from there, okay? I will try my best to not leave anything out, but I probably will do, and I'll be editing this like, Holly, you should have said this, but you know, I try my best. Yeah, this name, it's taken me a long time. It's been so hard because I had one name that I really wanted to use, but I'm actually saving that. I'm keeping that one like in the pot, but I had to come up with something that was just as good. I didn't want it to be just like, you know, something quite boring like Holly Tutoring. I did come up with quite a few names and this one I really like. As soon as I said it to myself, I was like, oh, there's something about that I quite like. Unfortunately, Mum did not like it at the start. She was a bit like, what? She didn't really get it. But I got loads of other opinions and lots of feedback. Mum, she now likes it, which is good. So a little mini drum roll. The name of my business, it's an online tutoring business and it is called Holly Junior. So it's come from academia and I'm like Holly Gabrielle online, but I often use like Holly G. I'm vegan Holly G on Instagram, and so I wanted it to have that same like ring to it. And so I was like Holly G or Holly something, and I eventually was like Holly Junior, and I was like, that actually sounds quite cool. I didn't want it to actually have tutoring in the title. There are pros and cons to that, but I just didn't really want tutoring in the title. I want it to be more than just tutoring, right? So I went with Holly Junior. I really like it. So yeah, I hope you guys do too. Unfortunately, we don't have a logo, so I will have just written it on the screen. Okay, a bit boring. But I haven't got a logo yet, and I didn't want to delay everything just because I didn't have a logo. So I was like, you know what? We're just gonna launch as Holly Junior. It's part of my website. It's integrated into my hollygabrielle.com website at the moment. I hope to lift it off that at some point so it has its own like dedicated platform and maybe like an app at some point or something like that. But what is it? What do we do? What is it going to be all about? So basically, this year I've been tutoring in biology, and I've also been like helping people out with applications to higher education, universities, undergraduate and postgraduate courses with their personal statements mostly. But because I was starting a master's, I reached this point where I was like, do I just stop tutoring entirely, or do I like keep doing it a bit in the background, or do I like make it an actual legit thing? And so now we obviously know it's Holly Junior. It is a legit thing, but it's now so much more than what I could do on my own. So Holly Junior collectively, it's a team of 16 individuals, so myself and 15 other tutors. We're going to be offering private one-to-one tutoring sessions in 7 subjects. So those are biology, chemistry, physics, maths, English, history and geography. Or it can be group tutoring sessions, and those are designed so that a group of friends or individuals that know each other can like learn in a more like collaborative environment. I obviously had a lot of small group group teaching as part of like my undergrad degree, and it is so worthwhile because you can learn with like others and you can just bring so many more ideas to the table. And I just think it's so fun because you can just like bounce off each other's ideas and it's not all just on one person. So we're offering, yes, so private tutoring and also group tutoring sessions. There can be a maximum of 4 people in the group, but essentially with more people you bring the cost down essentially, so the cost per tutee will be brought down quite a bit. Private tutoring in the 7 subjects, group tutoring in all of those 7 subjects. And in terms of the levels, it can be anything from GCSE all the way up to undergraduate and even sometimes beyond that. On top of that, we're also going to be providing like private one-to-one help with applications, so something that I've done and I really enjoy doing. So that can be help with like writing personal statements for basically like any subject. Medicine applications, so we can help out with like UCAT, BMAT, and like applications and interviews, MMI interviews for medicine, all that kind of stuff. We can help out with like applications to US schools. I have a vet med on my team. So yeah, we have a lot that we can help out with basically. And what is really important is that if you have a specific request for like a subject or a topic or help with like an application or something, we can like tailor it to what you basically want. It's really important to me that everything is like driven by the student or the tutee, because I think that makes it so much more personalized. So basically whatever you want help with, we can sort that out for you if it's within our like capabilities. So for example, at A-level we can do like the A-level specifications in those subjects, international equivalents, the IB, and like I think tutoring is so much more than just like helping people out with subjects or like applications. It's about like building a relationship with the student. Like over this year I've tutored so many students, like over 70 students, which is like a lot, but a lot of them I still keep in contact with. Like I see how they're doing. I've met such incredible people through doing it and built such amazing relationships with the people that I teach. It's just been so rewarding, and that's been like literally one of the best things about it. Another big thing, and this is something I talked about when I first like said I was going to expand my tutoring business online. I originally said that I wanted to make education more accessible, and this is still key to Holygemia basically. Yes, it's a paid for service, people have to pay for the tutoring, but basically what we're doing is we're working with a school. It will start with one school, but I hope it might grow, who provide education and sessions to those from less privileged backgrounds that don't have access to paid tutoring sessions. Essentially the business model of Holygemia has been set up in a way that those who can pay for tutoring and sessions will pay, sort of thing, and then after so many sessions we'll be giving back to those that don't have access to, as I said, support with their like studies. And so those sessions will be entirely free for the tutee or the student coming to us, but they won't be coming to us. We'll be going to the school and we'll be directly reaching out to those that could benefit from support with their studies, but they don't have the financial capacity to do that. So that is what we're doing. This has been a huge priority for me, just helping others flourish no matter like where you come from, what your background is. So yeah, I want learning to be like fun and accessible and enjoyable and like a lifelong sort of process. That's like really key. They're key pillars to Holygemia, right? Before I like started tutoring this year, I felt as if the word tutoring had like a negative connotation associated with it. I felt like people thought of tutoring as something that you had only if you were struggling and doing badly in your studies. But what I've learned over this year is that it's so much more than that. Like tutoring is, yes, about helping you if you need the help, but it's also about helping you enjoy your studies and just like learn more, grow like academically and also like personally in yourself. Like I've seen so many students this year grow in confidence, just helping them understand like simple concepts in these subjects and giving them access to then maybe go on to study that at university has just been so incredible to me. I need to drink water. I need to like slow down. I'm so like just It is still embedded on my holygabrielle.com website. As I said, you can go to that section of my website, the Holygemia education section of my website. There's an about page, there's an FAQ page where you can like find out basically everything you need to know, and then there are like the main pages where you can go if you're interested in receiving like academic support with a particular subject or help with like an application. If you want like private tutoring or group tutoring, you just fill out the correct form. That allows us to like collect all the information we need from you essentially. So I will be manning the Holygemia main email basically and doing all of the admin at the start. Depending on the demand sort of thing, I might need to get someone to do the admin, but at the moment I will be manning it, just because as well it's like a startup and this is the first time it's gonna run, so I want to be in control of that. And then you'll be given, as the like tutee or the student, all the information that you need to know about the sessions essentially. Oh, and then one of the most exciting things is how the scheduling will work. This is like so exciting. This is like the best thing. So this is new for me, but it's the best thing. It's like a game changer. This year I've literally been doing all of the scheduling, the organizing of session timings and time zone differences, working all this out manually. It's such a nightmare sometimes because I end up double booking myself and I'm just like, why does this happen? And I have to tell people when I'm available every week and we have to make sure it matches up, and it's just a logistical nightmare. So instead, all of this is literally going to be fully automated. I'm flabbergasted. I'm using an online scheduling platform called Acuity. It's just so cool. I can't believe I didn't use it before. So yeah, Acuity is basically like a company built by Squarespace or part of Squarespace. And because I love Squarespace so much, like I talk about Squarespace all the time and that's how I built my website. You guys know how much I love and literally swear by Squarespace. So I was like, I can't not use Acuity because if Squarespace is great, Acuity will be just as great, right? So yeah, I looked at some reviews. I did a bit of my research, obviously. I didn't just jump on infatuation, but Acuity is amazing. As I said, everything's automated and I'm literally just like, thank you. So yeah, part of it is manual, like the emails are still being done by me, like I'm assigning tutors to tutees, and that's never going to be able to be automated. But Acuity, like Acuity, thank you for your existence, like I love you. So yeah, the last thing I wanted to talk about was the behind the scenes. If you followed the vlogs, I have talked a lot about it in my vlogs, but essentially from start to finish, I essentially opened up applications on my website, job applications in July. I didn't know how long I was going to keep the applications open for, but I had it open for a week in the end because within like 3 or 4 days I literally had like over 500 applications, and I was like, what? In total I had like over 600, and I was like, wow. I literally read every single one. Yes, every single one. Every stage of narrowing it down was so difficult, okay? But I did eventually narrow it down. I then got people to send me their CVs. I read all of the CVs. I narrowed it down again to get, how many people did I interview? 36 people I interviewed. I had those interviews over a week, most of them anyway. Some of them fell out of the week, but I vlogged that week, my interview week. I asked people a standard set of questions so I could get to know them. I got them to teach me a sample lesson for like 15 minutes, which was really insightful and helpful for me. I'm just so happy with the team. We had our first group meeting the other day and I felt like everyone clicked, which was so nice. But yeah, they've all done super well academically. Some of them are still doing their undergraduate degrees, but most of them have completed their undergrads and they're either doing like a postgrad degree or they're working or they're doing something completely different. They all have very diverse backgrounds as well. We're everywhere. We're covering a lot of bases. I also didn't make it apparent, but because it is online tutoring, we can tutor anyone anywhere in the world sort of thing. It's all come together and I'm just so excited. I'm so happy it's finally here. Did I just fill this water? Thank goodness it was not full. But yeah, in terms of future direction, we have lots of ideas up our sleeves. I want to hopefully take on other tutors, other subject tutors. But yeah, this is like a new expansion. It's a startup and I'm just excited to see where it goes and where we can take it. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, you found it interesting. Like it if you did, click that thumbs up button, comment down below, subscribe if you want to join the fam, and I will see you very soon in another video. Bye!